Good morning and welcome to another inspirational story from Dr. Anna from my book, Practical Spirituality 1, Finding Spirit in Everyday Life. This story is called The Matrix, but spiritual. Have you wondered what the film The Matrix is about, spiritually speaking? Maybe not, and I wouldn't be surprised. It's just mind-boggling. In any way you think about it, the mind tries to grasp what it is all about, and in the end, you just have to quit thinking about it or be in danger of systems overload. But think about this. A grid, the physical world, the illusion that what we see is true. The inner workings, the spiritual world, the meaning beyond the matter, what holds everything together, the truth. The real reason why we are here, and an energy system largely untapped, and that most of the time we do not take advantage of because we don't know how to connect. These are but a few ways you could describe these inner workings. The machines, the systems and people in power who suck the energy from the people by means of confusion and twisting the truth in order to obtain power for themselves, and prevent the regular person from empowering themselves, from making their own decisions and creating their own reality, which can be good or bad, if there is such a thing, because it is all learning, but it definitely is a lesson set up by yourself for you to learn the lessons you needed or wanted to experiment and experience that you thought you were ready for, even if it is unconscious. Immediate training, computerized loading, incredible tricks performed that don't seem possible, let alone real, which only certain individuals seem to be able to accomplish, the awakened ones. What powers can send us into the stage where we have these seemingly superhuman skills? The setup is complex, and most people don't see it, or don't want to see it, or are not interested, or are merely too busy struggling through their everyday lives to find the time and energy necessary to detach themselves and create the perspective and space for actively shaping their lives consciously. So now look at it this way. Energy. We run around reacting to the external demands in our lives. We achieve what externally seems to be the right thing. Hold together a house, work, health, a family. But in the meantime, our spirit is sinking in an unknown place, and we are tired. We are exhausted. But have you thought that you have an inner natural rhythm that you need to be paying attention to? This will allow you to do more tasks in less time, using less of your energy and in a more creative way. You become more powerful and your targets are reached more accurately. All in all, more efficiency, less waste. How, you ask, can we accomplish this? Do you find that you push yourself when you don't have the energy to do so? 2 points here. When your body is low of energy, it is either because it is trying to work out the best way to reach the goals that you consciously set yourself, and therefore it needs external rest to carry out internal work, or simply is in an ebb of energy, as opposite of a tide. A tide is a compelling wave of energy driving you to your targets effortlessly. So when we are in an ebb, we are fighting against the current. Can you afford to do something you have the energy for at that moment and wait until the next tide? Like a surfer, ride the waves of the energy according to your inner rhythms, rather than give way to the external demands. Can you postpone certain demands or appointments or even duties for a later date or time and use this time for other tasks that require a lesser input of energy or a different input of energy? You will find that if you do the things that you have energy for, rather than following your to-do list in a strict way, you will accomplish things quicker and more creatively. You will even be amazed at the works of art you can create in your life. Being, doing dichotomy. Are you so busy doing that you have forgotten how to be? Let me explain this. When I started coaching, I thought I had to do something to help my clients achieve their goals. However, after a while, I realized that nothing I do is going to help others, but everything I am. When you work on yourself and raise your vibration, by adding more understanding, connection, energy, wisdom, and the most important ingredient, compassion, to your life and the people in it, you will find that people will automatically shift around you. Your light brings automatic clarity to their lives. They shift when you are present. They kind of catch your fire without you having to do anything. Since in the realm of energy, there is neither time or distance, the connection is beyond your consciousness and your control, but it is not less powerful and transformative. When you think like this, freedom becomes a reality. What yesterday seemed an impossibility, because you are now free of having to do something for someone else or creating a shift in another person's life. You are free of the responsibility for their actions and their choices. All you need to do is make sure that you are happy, you follow your rhythms, you are kind to yourself, you shift your life to a new level of unconditional compassion for yourself. It's from you to you, about you. It is always you. What? You can ask me. This is like the Matrix. I can't believe it. It doesn't make any sense. But that's it. I don't grasp it. I'm confused. If you have to make others happy, care for them, help them, and make sure they are okay, that is a responsibility that you took for your family and friends, for the life that you created. And yes, of course, you need to fulfill your commitments. But to what level are we going to do their learning? To what level are we going to carry them? To what level are we going to force them to take in our wise advice? To what level are we going to take their lessons from them? To what level are we going to interfere in their spiritual choices and growth? Have we forgotten that the only way to teach others is by example? In spiritual terms, we are still in the opportunity to grow. So this is where I go back to my original thoughts. You don't have to do something, you just have to be it. You need to be what you want others to learn. You need to be responsible if you want your children to become responsible. You need to be compassionate if you want your boss to understand you. You need to be loved if you want your relationship with your partner to flourish. It is always to be, not to do. So we come to the final point, surrendering. In the end, it all comes to releasing control of the outcome of your life. Plan, yes, but let spirit to guide you. Want, yes, and be ready not to get it. Be ready to release your wants so that they can come to you tenfold. Wish for something, yes, and make sure you believe it so that you can attract it. Coming back to the Matrix, you still don't understand? Well, let go and you will. Thank you for listening. See you next time.